What if I told you, your phone might be the most expensive thing you own, without you ever seeing the bill? Not in dollars, but in time, in focus, in joy, in peace. We check our phones more than 90 times a day. And most of the time, we don't even know why. A scroll here, a swipe there, until the real world, the one we live in, starts to feel a little less vivid. And here's the quiet danger: it doesn't happen all at once. It's subtle, soft, almost invisible. But over time, it changes how we see ourselves, how we spend, how we dream. Today, we're not here to blame technology. We're here to reclaim something priceless: your attention. Because where your attention goes, your life follows. Let's take a deeper look: 9 hidden ways the digital world may be quietly draining your true wealth, and how to gently take it back. 1. The illusion of perfection. Let's start with what may be the most invisible weight we carry: the silent comparison. You open your feed, and there it is, another friend on a beach in Bali, someone else announcing a promotion, a perfect family photo where everyone's smiling, even the dog. It's beautiful. It's inspiring. But without even realizing it, something shifts inside. We don't compare intentionally. It just happens. Your ordinary Tuesday, with reheated leftovers and unanswered emails, suddenly feels inadequate. Your joy, your effort, your progress, somehow not enough. But here's the truth: you're not comparing life to life. You're comparing your real, unfiltered, sometimes messy life to someone else's highlight reel. Social media is a stage. And we all become performers, even when we don't mean to. It's not that people are being fake. Most of them are simply sharing their best moments, the peaks, the celebrations. But when all we see are polished victories, we start to believe that everyone else is doing better than we are. That illusion? It's not just frustrating. It quietly rewires our sense of worth. Studies have shown that the more time we spend on social platforms, the more likely we are to experience feelings of low self-esteem, anxiety, and even depression. It's not because we're doing anything wrong, it's because our brains were never designed to process constant comparison on this scale. Let's pause here. Have you ever noticed how peaceful it feels when you're offline for a while? When your mind isn't racing to measure up, but simply present, as it is? Ancient wisdom teaches us this: contentment isn't found by acquiring more. It's found by realizing you are already enough. The next time you find yourself scrolling and feeling less than, try this small practice. Backhand index pointing right, pause. Breathe. Backhand index pointing right, whisper to yourself, this is a moment of comparison. It isn't the truth. Backhand index pointing right, then gently turn your attention back to your own path. Your story is not behind. It's not missing anything. It's just unfolding, beautifully, imperfectly, and on time. 2. Invisible puppeteers: how algorithms manipulate your desires. Have you ever wondered, why does that ad know exactly what I've been thinking about? You talk about hiking boots once, and suddenly you're being followed around the internet by Gore-Tex. That's not a coincidence. It's design. Behind the screen, algorithms are quietly learning you, your clicks, your pauses, your likes, your late-night searches. Every movement, every scroll, becomes data. And that data? It's used to predict what you'll want next. Or rather, to shape what you'll want next. We like to think we're in control of our desires. But more often than we realize, we're being nudged, subtly, repeatedly, by invisible puppeteers. Social platforms are not neutral spaces. They are attention machines. Their business model? Keep you scrolling. And the easiest way to do that is to stir your emotions, especially the intense ones, envy, outrage, insecurity. Think about it. Have you noticed how the posts that make you feel most strongly are the ones you can't look away from? These platforms are designed to know what will keep you addicted. And addiction always starts with pleasure that turns into compulsion. But here's the danger. When someone else is constantly shaping what you desire, you lose touch with what you truly value. The solution? Awareness. Before clicking, pause and ask, is this me choosing this, or am I being chosen? 3. Death by distraction, how scrolling kills your focus and creativity. There's a quiet tragedy happening in our daily lives, so subtle we barely notice it. It's not dramatic. It's not loud. It's just the slow erosion of our attention. You sit down to write something, to read, to think deeply. But within minutes, you're checking a notification, clicking a link, watching a video. One study found that the average person touches their phone over 2,600 times a day. That's not just usage. That's a fractured mind. Each time we get distracted, our brain loses momentum. It takes minutes, sometimes longer, to regain the flow we were in. That's not just a waste of time. It's the death of depth. And even more tragic, our creativity, the source of our greatest ideas, our inner voice, our unique gifts, needs silence. It needs space. It needs boredom. But social media steals all three. What's being lost isn't just focus. It's the ability to stay with something long enough to make it beautiful. Want to reclaim it? Start small. Give yourself 20 minutes a day with no inputs, just you, a notebook, and silence. Notice what bubbles up. That's the voice you've been drowning out. Protect it. Feed it. That's the beginning of a real life. 4. The FOMO trap, the cost of always wanting more. There's a moment we've all had. You're lying in bed, scrolling. You see a friend's engagement, another's tropical vacation. Someone else bought a house. And suddenly, your own life feels small. That feeling? It has a name, FOMO, fear of missing out. But really, it's something deeper. It's the ache of feeling like you're not doing enough, not being enough, not having enough. FOMO is clever. It always makes it look like the answer is out there, in another city, another job, another relationship, another version of you. But here's the truth. Chasing more never ends. Because more is a mirage. You get there, and suddenly it moves further away. The real cost of FOMO isn't just anxiety. It's that you stop seeing the beauty in what's already yours. You lose presence. You lose peace. You lose the now. You know what's stronger than FOMO? JOMO, the joy of missing out. It's the deep breath you take when you log off. The laughter with a friend that wasn't posted, but meant everything. The quiet pride in living your life, not someone else's. Try this. Next time you feel that twinge, that I should be doing more feeling, pause. And ask yourself, is this feeling showing me a true desire, or just an illusion I've absorbed? Because joy doesn't come from chasing every experience. It comes from being deeply present in the one you're living. 5. The spending spiral, when social media becomes a shopping mall. There used to be a time when we shopped with intention. You needed a jacket. You went to the store. You bought a jacket. Done. But now? You open your phone to check messages. And 20 minutes later, you're staring at a $120 facial steamer you didn't even know existed. Welcome to the spending spiral. Social media has turned from a place of connection into a 24/7 shopping mall. Except this one follows you into your bedroom, your lunch break, even your most vulnerable moments. And it's not just products you're buying. It's dreams, lifestyles, identities. That influencer with the minimalist kitchen? Suddenly, your cabinets feel cluttered. The one with the perfect skincare routine? You add 5 more products to your cart. The cycle is subtle, but relentless. See. Compare. Crave. Spend. Regret. Repeat. And here's the kicker, most of what we buy doesn't actually make us happier. It just quiets the discomfort, until the next ad shows up. So, how do we break free? Try this. Before every purchase, ask, would I want this if no one ever saw it? That one question can stop the spiral. Because real wealth isn't in what you spend. It's in what you don't need to buy to feel enough. 6. Highlight culture, the hidden cost of chasing aesthetic lives. We live in the age of curated reality. A Sunday walk becomes a photo shoot. Lunch turns into content. Even grief is edited for the feed. We don't just live life anymore, we package it. Welcome to highlight culture, where everything must look beautiful, filtered, and worthy of applause. But beneath the aesthetic, there's pressure. There's performance. There's a quiet fear of being ordinary. And that fear robs us of something precious. The freedom to be real. Real life isn't always color coordinated. Sometimes it's messy, unpolished, awkward. And that's where the soul lives. When we constantly compare ourselves to highlight reels, we forget that every life, no matter how perfect it looks, has behind-the-scenes footage. So next time you feel small because someone else's post looks picture-perfect, remember, that's a frame, not the full film. Try this. Share something true, not just beautiful. Leave your phone behind for a day and live unfiltered. Make memories for your heart, not your followers. Because the moments that matter most, they're the ones you didn't need to post to feel alive. 7. Attention is currency, how big tech profits from your mind. They say if you're not paying for the product, you are the product. That's not a metaphor. That's the business model. Your attention, what you look at, how long you pause, what makes you click, is being bought and sold every second. Big tech doesn't want your happiness. It wants your time. Because your time equals data. And data equals dollars. The longer you stay, the more ads they can show. The more emotional you get, the more you engage. The more divided you become, the easier you are to manipulate. This isn't just marketing. It's mental capitalism, and your mind is the gold mine. But you get to choose where your attention goes. And in a world that's fighting for your mind, choosing to focus is an act of rebellion. So here's a radical idea. Reclaim your attention like you would your paycheck. Invest it wisely. Spend it on things that make you more human, not less. Because the most valuable thing you own in this life is your mind. Don't rent it out for free. 8. Digital addiction, what happens when you can't look away? Have you ever reached for your phone without thinking? Opened an app, and couldn't remember why? You're not alone. This is digital addiction, and it doesn't always look like a problem. There's no crash. No obvious damage. Just a slow erosion of your time, your presence, your peace. Your brain loves dopamine, the tiny hit of pleasure when you get a like, a message, a funny meme. And tech companies? They've studied this. Engineered it. Optimized it. You're not weak. The system is designed to make you hooked. What's at stake? Sleep becomes shallow. Focus fractures. Silence starts to feel uncomfortable. Real life feels boring. And here's the hardest part: when we're addicted to our screens, we're slowly disconnecting from ourselves. But here's a truth they don't want you to know. You can retrain your brain. Start small. Turn off notifications. Charge your phone in another room at night. Try a 1-hour digital fast each day. Notice how your mind feels when it's not being constantly pulled. Because every moment you reclaim is a moment you own. 9. Lost connections, when social media replaces real relationships. There was a time when friendships meant letters, phone calls, late-night talks. Now it's likes, comments, emojis. We're more connected than ever. Yet somehow, lonelier than we've ever been. Here's the paradox of social media. We talk to hundreds, but rarely feel heard. We share everything, but reveal nothing real. It's not connection. It's performance. And slowly, something shifts. Dinner conversations get interrupted by scrolling. We check our phones when someone's sharing their heart. We start feeling connected, just because someone viewed our story. But likes can't hug you. Comments can't look you in the eye. Messages can't replace presence. Here's the truth. Social media is supposed to support connection, not substitute it. So try this. Call someone instead of texting. Meet face to face, even if it's messy. Be fully present with the people who love you. Because in the end, it's not the number of followers that fills your heart. It's the people who know you when the screen is off. So, where do we go from here? After all this, maybe you're feeling overwhelmed. Maybe even a little ashamed. But this isn't about guilt. It's about coming back to yourself. The truth is, you don't need to abandon technology. You just need to use it consciously, instead of being used. Let's start small, with 5 gentle steps. 1. Give yourself the first 30 minutes of your day, just you, no phone. Drink your coffee. Breathe. Look out the window. Let your mind wake up, naturally. 2. Try opening just one browser tab at a time. This tiny discipline builds massive focus over time. 3. One day a week, or even a few hours, no social media. You'll be amazed how rich the real world feels again. 4. Set a weekly, phone-free, coffee or dinner with someone you care about. No scrolling. Just presence. 5. Each night, write down 3 moments that made you smile, real ones, from your real day. This shifts your attention back to life itself. These are simple, but they're not small. They are the seeds of a quieter mind, a fuller heart, a more meaningful life. You won't feel the change in a day. But you'll feel it. Social media is not evil. But it's powerful. And if we're not mindful, it steals the most sacred thing we have, our attention. You are not a product. You are not a follower count. You are not the sum of what others see. You are a living, breathing human being. You deserve peace. You deserve presence. You deserve to look up and see the world again. Comment below with one small change you'll try this week. Is it a screen-free morning? A digital Sabbath? A phone-free dinner? And if this message touched you, subscribe for more soulful conversations about the things that really matter. Because this is just the beginning. Let's walk the path back to presence, together.